into the game. In the top left we do have Gerald, in the bottom right we do have Mixu. Both players of course starting at this 6 workers. Did you play Wings of Liberty? Not really. Same. Oh, very interesting. So both players have been coming in later than Wings of Liberty. So they are missing that experience and they don't probably know all of the mechanics. It's my first match ever, Wings of Liberty. Alright, there you go. Oh, tournament there. Right. Clarifying here. Mixu apparently did play 2 Finnish ones. Played 2010 to 2014 and then I started again just very recently. So you played Wings of Liberty and kind of into the boringness of Heart of the Swarm and then you stopped and now you're back to playing it. Good to see though. Probably played the most of my games in Wings of Liberty and played less and less the more we progressed. And I really want to play so much Wings of Liberty right now after seeing these games here. Was just remembering all the fun I had and the frustrations I had and all that. Yeah, we played 2000 plus games. Yeah, I kind of the same. I played like, I think I had about 4K games or something on my account after Wings of Liberty only. And you only played League until 24. Well, League is, I think it came out in like 2012 or something, right? I'm not gonna lie. And it was really good in the beginning, right? It was very fast, very toxic though in the community. But that's a different story. Now Forge Fast Expand here for Gerald. I already played League 12. Yeah, I think I also played some League in 2012, but I always kind of stuck with StarCraft as my main game. But I played like with friends, right? I guess everybody played League with friends at some point. But eventually I got so sick of it that I just uninstalled it at one time. I think it must have been like 2014 or 15 or so. I uninstalled it and I never reinstalled it because I was like, no, I'm never gonna do this again. It was a good choice. At least for me personally. Also like the Wings of Liberty gameplay. Yes, I could see some. Yeah, we did have some Legacy of the Void. Usually it is with Legacy of the Void, but this is a very special tournament. I have only a few games from this one as well. I don't have all of them, and I just wanted to, cast these as well. See how it feels to cast those games. It's actually quite fun. It's very much different than than Legacy of the Void, because all of the units here are just like units. There's very little actual designed units for like harassment, like oracles or swarm hosts or something like that. Or like the current Reaper. It's weird. Like the units seem so broken here, but everything, there's not a lot of broken things, so everything's like kind of evening out a little bit. But I don't think Wings of Liberty is actually balanced. The Broodlord Infestor seems just too powerful, but I don't know. You'd probably need to kind of balance that a little bit more in that meta. But it's impossible now. And let's have a look at this game here. We do see Gerald going for a Robo here after that fast expand. Now 3 bases for Mixu, and he's gonna throw down those injects. Remember, you cannot stack injects. And he does not have any extra queens right now to push out creep. He does not go into the lair yet, so I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just droning up. Overlords scouting a little bit. Are the Overlords actually slower? I think they are slower. They feel slower than they are in Legacy of the Void. Oh, Roach Warren on the way here. And he's gonna... Oh, that's gonna take time. He's dealing 2 damage to this with 1 hit. That means he's making 1 per every second. That means 2 DPS. Or 2k. That's 1,000 seconds he needs to kill that one. It does take some time. As I said, Roach Warren on the way. He does have an evolution chamber. He's gonna go into the +1 range. Remember, you need to evolution chambers against to get spores. So any kind of air army or anything that is invisible would be quite strong. And you need to morph those gates yourself. Gateway is finished up, but he doesn't have them morphed yet, so he needs to get that done. He's going into the 3rd base. Yo, Probe. Probe also does 2 damage actually. So just as much as a queen. That's how bad queens were. Now can he make something happen here? It feels like defenses are not really in place, but he has like 5 more units here. Roach is on the way. And if you can snipe those... Remember, there's no pickup range on the Prism. I think he just forgets about this right now. He's trying to get the pickup Prism, pickup micro going, but it's just too difficult because it's kind of just in this small square. You can't like do this square of pickup range. Now he's still managing to micro those, but I think he moved out of range. Now he cannot... See, he needs to walk back. An Immortal just casually walks into the fight here from the north. Warping is gonna happen here. But is he gonna have enough? Drones are gonna be very powerful. The Prism is not gonna be able to pick up that Immortal. The Immortal does fall here. Easy snipe there from up Zerg player, and this Protoss army should fall apart. But I think he killed a bunch of drones. Actually, not that many. Have a look. 13 drones did go down. Maybe that was not enough. We're still looking at an even work account, but this is not open yet. This Nexus is up, but it's not running. And Immortal is walking back. Prism is still around, so at least he has that still going for himself. Did he actually? He never morphed this gate, man. I can't believe it. In fact, after I played for 10 years, I went for fast 2 base DTs against Zerg, and I was confused because the Zerg could build spores without an evolution chamber. Yeah, indeed. True. Yeah, if you take that long of a break, now they can, man. Legacy of the Void gives everything to Zerg, and I guess it already gave in Wings of Liberty with that Brutal Infestor being so overpowered. Now, can he keep this base alive? It looks the answer is yes. He loses half of the shields, but it's gonna be fine. I feel like players are actually underestimating Chrono Boost quite a bit. He's not really utilizing this as much. You can see this Nexus being stacked on 75. This is stacked on 100 energy. He doesn't transform his gateways. He's making so many mistakes here. He's not going into any extra upgrades. There's a reason why this Chrono Boost is on 25 energy. Yo, Shield Battery, good to see you, mate. And that is because you need that to work all time long. So you can actually crank out those units way faster. You can crank out those probes way faster. You need that. He's stacked on 100 energy, 100 energy. Almost 185 energy, yeah. This Chrono Boost is designed to come in every 25 seconds and not every 50 seconds like it does in Legacy of the Void. Shield batteries were being abused. No, batteries were being abused. Get cannons. It just got nerfed. How does it feel? Now, this is Legacy of the Void, Mr. Shield Battery, so there's no batteries. There's no Warp Prism pickup range. Look at this. Look at this micro. It's just not happening. By the way, he's dying to mute us at the same time. And he has no Phoenix. He does not have any blink. He's trying to go into robotics tech. Sentries are not that powerful yet. He still has not unmorphed gates. At least he morphed this one. And he's gonna lose all of his units here now. He's gonna lose that Colossi even. And this is Wings of Liberty. Yes, it is. Welcome to Wings of Zerg. Oh my god, this looks like it's so good. This is gonna be death here for Gerald. Death in a moment. GG is gonna be called. Mixu takes the first game. No wonder not seeing 300 supply veins. Yeah, he was looking at 160 supply roach though. The end of that game. Mixu was. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Wings of Liberty though, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you can see this now at the start here. This is a best of 5. We do have the Zerg being up 1-0. You can see this now at the start. Look at this. In the bottom left, Gerald with 6 workers. In the top right, now 7 workers. Is Mixu. There you go. Roaches were still 2 supply back then. They're still 2 supply right now. The Ravager is not. I think the Ravager is what, 3 supply or 4 supply or something? The Roaches are still 2 supply. The Roaches used to be 1 supply in beta, but that was only in Wings of Liberty beta. That was actually before the real. They already nerfed it during the beta that they came to be 2 supply Roaches at the end of the beta. So you will never see those 1 supply Roaches. Imagine 1 supply roach. Imagine you have like 200 roaches. Or like 100 roaches. Deutsch ist meine Muttersprache, ja. Ich bin Deutscher. Aber ich wohne nicht mehr in Deutschland. There we go. English is my, I guess, second language. I guess. It's probably the first language I learned, so yeah, you should say it's my second language. And then my third language would be French, but I can't speak any French anymore. And then I learned Japanese. That would be my 4th language, but French is just very basic knowledge. I can go fast to the train station. Vite à la gare. That's about it. Je suis jambon. I am ham. There you go. That's about my French. Now Gerald is blocking that natural base here for Mixu. Mixu actually is stacking. Well, he's actually going for the 3rd base. He doesn't care. Deutsch hört sich an, als wenn ich es mit englischem Akzent spreche. Das hört sich ja nice. Mein Deutsch. Ich wohne aber auch schon seit 6 Jahren nicht mehr in Deutschland, also ist schon eine Weile her. Vielleicht ist das, weil ich gerade so ein bisschen im Caster-Modus bin hier. Aber ich spreche eigentlich regelmäßig Deutsch mit meinen Kindern. Wir müssen es eigentlich, damit die es ein bisschen lernen. And now Gerald is gonna be able to block this one, yeah? Gonna be quite happy about this. I think he did scout this base here in the bottom end. He might commit for another pylon. Yeah, he's gonna do so. He's gonna go across back home. He's gonna utilize that forge expand here, of course, behind this one. Now FFE does open up. Why was it used in the first time? It does open up a potential for cannon rushes. But I guess he's not going to do that one. He does finish up the pylon though. I don't think you will ever throw it on a cannon here. It doesn't really do anything for you. It could zone kind of the ramp a little bit, but that's about it. Doesn't really make that much sense, because you could just kind of flood it with lings from the top. Or with queens. Is he going to do it? Yeah, he's gonna do it. It doesn't even reach, I think. And it immediately gets scouted. That's an unfortunate scout, so you should probably just go ahead and kill that cannon very fast. Link's coming in here. Boat and cannon will get cancelled, most likely. Get it cancelled. There we go. Plus 113 back into the bank for Gerald. And plus 1 on the way here. Cybernetics core halfway done. I mean, this is already more this is already more kind of different approaches, more strategies more interaction than you have in that early game PvZ in Legacy of the Void, it feels like. No, he does have a cannon behind this wall. This wall looks good, looks durable. So the Sabdesco is going to research that good old warp gate, and he's thrown down a robo. He needs to constantly chrono his probes. He's already 11 seconds too late there. There we go. Starting those chronos again. I mean, look at this. He's up in workers, and he should stay up in workers. Chrono boost is powerful. Evolution chamber on the way here. So this does open Mixu's potential to always get spores, kind of. Going into those earlier evolution chambers. Definitely a nice all-around catching build. I really like it. He's going very queen light though. He's only sitting at 3 queens right now. Gonna have 1 per base. He's not really making any additional queens. He's going into a early +1. Oh my god, this is the Atosis raid. Dan, thank you so much for the raid. Hello and welcome everybody to the channel. Oh, you guys already saw this. This is the Wings of Liberty stuff. I also wanted to cast this because it's so cool. Now everybody who watched Dan's stream that time did already see this. Of course my thoughts on Maria are... I have only warm feelings for Maria, you know this. Now it's gonna push out this Overlord, but Sentry's never gonna kill this one. A few Lings to try and probably cancel this potential 3rd base here. Now if you could catch those Sentries, maybe get 1. Stalker also would be a fine pick. No, not gonna get any. What about his mischievous brother? The one from Dan? I don't actually know his brother. I only saw him on stream, but I don't know his brother or brothers. I also have a mischievous brother. This is with the 6 worker start. Post. Without that pickup range, by the way. And he's really struggling. I mean, look at this Protoss brain trying to process this, that he cannot pick up units now on like 17 yards distance. He needs actually to go there like a normal human being and pick those units up into his warp prison. This is that game you were talking about the other day. Oh, I guess. Yeah, the one where he tried to do it with Sentry, Stalker, or Immortal. Against only Lings, right? Protoss and Diamond didn't have an average of 80 APM Terran in the same. Need to have 200. Well, as you can see there, this Protoss with 80 APM was able to defend the 3rd base against the Zerg with probably also 80 APM, but he managed to do that. So apparently, yes, we haven't seen a Terran yet, but if we do, we will check out the APM then. Is this the Lord of the Toenails? Yes, all of the collections are in place. Ooh, he manages to pick up that Immortal, but he loses everything else. This is so weird, man. It's so weird that Protoss are struggling really to reinforce or to like get their snowball going. They're never gonna get into a army actually. He's like losing tiny skirmishes all time long against only Lings, man. Crazy. Ooh, SC2, but at least it's Wings of Liberty. That's the best version of the game. Now Sentry, can he keep the Nexus alive? I don't think so, if he just commits to this. I mean, click the lens, there's so many Lings coming in. Yeah. He keeps on warping in extra Zealots. But the Sentry, no, the Nexus is gonna fall here. Sentry does get picked up into the Warp Prism. Zealots. I mean, he probably trays very, very nicely. Actually, he does lose way more. This is insane. Look at this. He only made Lings. He only made Lings. And the efficiency is way higher for the Zerg player. How does this even happen? There's +1 on those Zealots. They should 2-shot those Lings, but they feel like they need like 17 shots or something. Throwback. Awesome, yes. Awesome, indeed. Oh, YouTube. Yeah, you see the YouTubes here. Yeah. Make follow on the YouTubes. It's easy. You go over there and then you just hit follow. And then the rest is just, it's already done, right? It says subscribe on YouTube, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna give you guys the links now in chat, so you can just go over there and click it. It's very easy to do. I'm confident probably 70% of you guys can do this. And the rest, 30%, you guys just stay healthy. There you go. And then now you just do this. Both of those. And I'm gonna be very happy. I'm gonna be super happy. But yeah, we did see a GG here. And we'll just hop into the next game. Because what if? What if the next game is gonna be even better than this one? We don't know. Next map is gonna be a 4-player map. Have you seen this in StarCraft 2 in the last 10 years? No, you haven't! Because it's been only Legacy of the Void in the last 10 years, I think. Maybe not 10, but almost 10. It should be the release 2016, right? So it's 9 years. There you go. Let's hop into this best of 5. Mixu's up 2-0 currently against this man in the bottom left, Gerald. And the guy in the top right, it is Mixu. By the way, also follow this Twitch channel, guys. Come on. Come on. Click it. Thank you so much, though. Now, I do have a dedicated Brood War channel. I'm casting probably 1 game every 2 days. So you can check that out as well. It's going to be better observed than the one from Matosis, but there's going to be less insight. And definitely check it out. And I want to keep that kind of running until the end of time. Because I definitely enjoy Brood War. Alright, Pylon in the front here. Finally, we are at 12 workers here. Number 30 in production. And Gerald is already moving out to just have a probe down here and do nothing. Recently he did a zoom in on a unit and set observer goals. Well, yes. There we go. No, Antigua Shipyard, man. This map is sold. It has very, very rich minerals here in the middle. They are all 1500. But that's a bunch of resources you can grab though. The pylon is in the way. Now, what would a clever Zerg player do? Not possibly go to take that gold base, would he? Now, Gerald is gonna see this. He has another probe in location to block this one, but there's another gold base. Look at that. And he's gonna go for this. Okay. Now, what I would do here as Gerald, and I think a lot of people have done, you put a pylon up here, and then you put couple cannons down here and you cannon rush this from the high ground. You put even a cannon on the high ground. Put like 3 cannons or something and then you kill that base. And then you have that high ground because you have a cannon on the high ground. And you can even cannon rush the other gold if he goes for that one. Now he's gonna throw down here on the bottom. He did see it of course with that Zaunaga. And there's no overlord here. I mean the only overlord on the map is this one. There's one slowly making his approach onto the map, but these overlords are slow. They are very slow. I think they are slower than the current overlords. He's gonna throw down how many cannons? I guess 2, maybe 3 should be good here. He's only making 1 for now. I really dare him to make a cannon on the high ground. I think you can, even with a low ground pylon, he should be able to make one. Now, drones are common, and they should be able to scout this. This is the issue. If you have your pylon down here and the cannon down here, he just sees this if he comes in. I mean, look at that. Poor Zerg. Oh yeah, poor Zerg, man. Of course the poor Zerg. He has to deal with cannons. Now, does he actually get this win? Just kill a few. Just get another nice last hit there on that worker, and he will keep him off the space. This cannon will stay alive. He's gonna make another pylon, weirdly enough. I think if he cancels the pylon, you can get the probe out and probably get like cannons on the high ground. I think you can actually do this from low ground to high ground without an extra pylon. It should work. It does work with warp-ins in wings. It should work with buildings as well. Gloomdev, Davi, XO, and Magnogo. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Now roaches to defend this one. Is he gonna have enough, actually? Or is this base gonna get killed? Come on, hold position already. Don't... My god, please utilize hold position. I can't watch this. Now he's coming in. He's gonna try to snipe this cannon. The cannon's gonna try to target the drone, but the drone stays alive and he will get that cannon killed, so he keeps the base, but we do see a Stargate behind this. And he's gonna throw down a double cannon at home here. This ramp is actually quite wide. It's like, look at this wall. He needs like 3 buildings plus a pylon. So he needs 4 buildings to actually wall that off. Also something beautiful about Wings of Liberty. The natural bases were so much more attackable. Now that Stalker feels a little bit exposed. Maybe he can still get that Overlord and get it back. He has a force field. Potentially keep this alive? No, roaches should be able to kill this one. No way. 4 buildings and a Bob. Wings of Liberty, so Void Rays. Yes, Void Rays, as you can already see, indeed. So remember, these guys do charge up. It's the old Void Ray. And he's making another Stargate, so he's gonna go massive Void Rays, potentially. But yeah, these guys do charge up, so they will deal more and more damage the longer they shoot. And they deal massive amounts of damage once they're charged up. You can do like, those are the guys you try to go across the map and hit, like, you charge them up and then you try to hit them, like hit things along the line, so you can just like keep them charged up or something. Yeah, we need to still buff carriers, I guess, in Legacy of the Void, right? Carriers were still underpowered. Now, Queens are not the best anti-air in this game, actually. They have way less DPS, even though they have the same range, 7, they have the same damage, 9. They have a weapon speed of 1, and the weapon speed in Legacy of the Void is 0.71, so they shoot 30% faster. But that might only be because of that, what is it called? Because of the game time. I think the game time works 30% faster here, so that might be the difference. Because it doesn't feel like they shoot faster, right? Just because this timeline progresses faster. Look at that guy, man, being stacked up. Oh, now it's gone. Increases the longer the void remains on a single target. 6 and 10 per 0.6. It doesn't say how much they have when they're stacked up. That's a shame. I want to see this now, please. There's definitely more. They're completely wrecking those queens, man. There's nothing. There's nothing he can do. It's just eating away everything here. Look at that. Void links harder. Suffers so much harder versus armor upgrades though. Do they? I actually don't know the math on that. PvP Void Ray. Cool tactics, charge up in your own building. You rush cheese and stuff. Yes, indeed. And GG is gonna be called. Man, Mixu is gonna fall apart here. Gerald is gonna Void Ray his way out of the game. Void Ray still overpowered, even in 2025. I like the old mechanic. I mean, it is a unique mechanic, right, to a unit, and they completely got rid of it. Because it was imbalanced? Why? It was overpowered, and that's good. I mean, look at Brood War, everything's overpowered, and that's great. If it wouldn't, the game would be shite. We need overpowered things. That is the best balance. Enough overpowered things make the perfect balance. There you go. Now, into the fourth map here, Metalopolis. In the top right, we do have Mixu. In the bottom left, we do have Gerald. And in the middle, we do have our two gold bases. This is a insane map. Like, this is your nexus, and this is your front area. One gate, 2 gate, 3 gate, 4 gate, 5 gates, 6 gates, 7 gates ish would be my estimate to wall this. Kind of. There you go. You can go 7 gate wall that one in. There's no way in hell you're gonna wall that one. This is one of those maps you use your nexus as part of your wall. You just wall like this to your nexus, and then you wall behind here with a pylon or something. Wings of Liberty best. Oh yes. I am enjoying myself. Definitely the most, yeah. Fast pull from Mixu. How is he gonna utilize that one? Even gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go into Speedling Expand here most likely. I used to like that. Oh no, he's gonna cancel this. I used to play that build a lot on ladder. Speedling Expand in 2v2. And then into Muta, of course. 2-base Muta. Good old. Old but gold. And Gerald is gonna work with a high ground wall here for now. He probably looked at the natural and was like, "Oh no, I don't even try to wall this." But he doesn't understand that he just needs to wall to his nexus. He needs to have that as part of his wall-in, basically. It's part of the defense. Now Lynx are gonna push away this probe and not gonna go for the gold for now. You see. I guess he's not. This says Johnny Viz Liquor. I just had to go very close to the monitor to read this one. Johnny Viz Liquor Store. It's a liquor store. So the probe got killed. There was an incident actually, in front of a liquor store here on Metalopolis. I think the police is already on the case, but I'm not sure if they will ever get and catch the Cupid there. The Ling outside on the map. Probe has been killed just in front of that building. Now, he's making zealots, weirdly enough. He is only on 1 gas, even though he went into a cybernetics core fast, and now he goes into a forge. Probably pushed down with cannons or something, I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird plan here from Gerald. And he's gonna keep himself safe there with a pylon on the high ground. So no scout, I mean he sees the forge, the late forge, and now we're gonna see a nexus come in. Lings are gonna get shredded, only one is gonna survive. Speed, oh wait, he's not getting speed. He does not have any gas, excuse me. And why is this Ling coming back? He's just looking at this. He wanted to help the Overlord. Now the Ling does get away, but the Overlord does not. Unfortunate for the guy. And we do see a 3rd base coming up here. For Mixu. On the regular position. Now, finally we do see this actually. Yeah, this is the setup you need. Exactly. Nexus, gateway, making this your wall. And he's throwing down a pylon kind of out in the open there. We do see the +1 coming in here. I think he's relying too much on gateway units against those Zerglings. You really want to get up into that AoE, into that Colossi, or Archon. But Archon's also extremely strong against Zergling-based attacks or compositions. And of course, Zealots two-shotting those, right? I mean, they do what, 16 times 2 times is then 32, right? And if they have +1, they get probably 9, so they do 18, and that should be 36, which is exactly one more than a Zergling has in live, making that two-shot happen. And yeah, Gerald is roaming now with a few units, but he's always going out with so few units, it feels like. Maybe a pylon here would be kind of nice to reinforce this. Even a pylon here would be kind of nice. Like here, you can still warp in quite fast into your... Yeah, kill that man! Oh god, yes, we needed that to happen. And now, please set up a proxy pylon, we need that reinforcement. Man, he's kind of setting this up super slow, it feels like, and I hope he will transform all of these gateways. Now, there we go. A pylon is warping in. Lair on the way here, about to finish up. He does again have the Roach War, and he has the Evolution Chamber. He's looking good. He's looking on 61 workers against 39, man. This opening was so suboptimal for Gerald, and he's just gonna try to make an attack work here. Now, he does have a lot of units. 7 Roaches already out. But this is looking good for the Protoss on numbers. Now, can he make this work? He's gonna snipe the first Roach here. Maybe he can get a Queen as well. Yeah, some nice assassinations. Now, he can catch some more of these, and the Zealots are finally starting to work here on this. He does have that +1, so he's actually dealing a bunch of damage with those units. Maybe these force fields, if he runs out of force fields, though, I'm kind of starting to feel this should swing in favor of our Zerg player. We need more reinforcements, we need more pylons. Mr. Little Protoss is supply blocked here. Fortunately, nice transfuse on that Roach. Keep that one alive. And Zealots are starting to fall. Now the front line is disappearing. And sentries are going to get focused down. No more force fields here. Zealots coming in again, but they're so slow. No charge. So slow. We do see also those Stalkers don't have blink. Now it's only Stalkers left. I think this is just starting to swing heavily in favor here of Mixu. If you can get one big more wave of units. Oh, that Queen, if it dies, that's a big deal actually. No transfuse for this, sorry, infuse for this hatchery here. And no extra lava. But if you can kind of snowball this Roach composition, you should be able to just hold this. And Gerald is trying to fight tooth and nail. He needs to manually, please, evacuate this low Stalker into the back. You need to rotate those manually. You don't have any blink. And oh my god, those Roaches are just walking on top of those Stalkers. Kind of chewing away at them. Stalkers slower than they used to be? I'm not sure actually with those numbers all look kind of weird to me. Now, pulling some drones here. He's forcing him to pull drones. That's a good sign. You're always happy when you see the Zerg has to pull drones. But he has 50 drones. Maybe he can kill the base, actually. That could be all the damage he needs. If he then goes back and then... Oh, he's gonna get the base now. If he now can kind of safely escape with his army and get into a composition with Colossi or something. We're warping in more and more Stalkers here. Trying to snowball these Stalkers really heavily. They only have +1. If he's going so much for Stalkers, I would have liked to see a +2, maybe a Twilight, maybe a committed to Blink, something like that. Cancels that base. Gonna get a few overloads. Man, this is looking good for Gerald. Can he make this happen? He's down in army supply though. If you get boxed in now, you need to be careful here. Now he's gonna try and take that gold base. If he could utilize this advantage for himself, this tempo advantage he has right now, then maybe he can actually just win this game straight up. Now going into +2 missile here is Mixu. And finally we do see the first tech building after that cybernetic score. It's going to be a Twilight Council here. The double pylon still over there, watching at that creep tumor. No, he's not really constantly warping in units. He's going for armor now. And chrono boosting that. All of those chrono boosts stacked up so heavily. If he loses these pylons, it's not a good sign because he's probably gonna get supply blocked by this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, look at that. And he was late to remake pylons. Yes, the Nexus is about to finish up, but this is a desperate time where he needs every unit he can kind of warp in here. He's trying to get that blink. But not chrono boosting this, man, not utilizing those chronos is really... This is hurting me so much. I mean, he's chronoing the Forge now, but he has so much energy stacked up. Now Gerald is... Sorry, Mixu is going into Burrow, he's going into his Infestation Pit, he is going into that third base again, and he has a bunch of Roach. Just coming across the map, going into that second base now. Chrono boosting the gates because he has so much energy. Can he kind of box in this army? If he can kill this army, maybe he has a chance. Maybe. The roaches are just too powerful though. He's losing a lot of stalkers before he can get to blink. And he's shooting Mengsk. That's the wrong target. Now there's still so many roaches, man. No immortals against roaches is such a big deal. And he will kill that Nexus. Boom. Poof go your dreams, Mr. Protoss. Now Infestus on the way, yeah. Nice. Those have infested Terrans, by the way. And Neural and Fungal. Instant Fungal, by the way. No projectile. You just click somewhere and something gets fungaled instantly. But it has less range. But I feel like that's still too strong. The Fungal. No projectile. Now Mixu is going for the gold base himself. Can he... Did he go up to... Yeah, he has Blink now. There we go. We do have Blink, ladies and gentlemen. The first time we do see a Twilight upgrade in this series. And even utilized. Wow. Just cancel this base here. Now with Blink, he should feel quite a little bit happier. He's going into a Dark Shrine behind this. Went behind Dark Shrine. But Blink does get countered by Fungal because they can't Blink anymore. Infestors don't have that 75 energy yet, but just in a moment. I think he's just one Stalker shy of one-shotting most of these units here. Quite a bit unfortunate. Oh, no. And everything just dies. And this base is on fire, and he has no reinforcements. And why is Protoss so weak? Zerg, man. Insane. Has he been trading so bad? Oh, actually not. Why does Zerg have 100 army supply up? Above the Protoss player. What is the difference? It doesn't feel like he's making so many, like too many wrong things, but I mean, wow, that's even a kill, not a cancel. He's going for those DTs now. Whereas the DT is actually gonna walk across the map. He's gonna struggle to keep this alive. There's no way, man. I think we should give Protoss shield batteries probably, just because they're so weak. In Wings of Liberty, shield batteries should probably be fine. Like the one without the overcharge, I think that's gonna be okay. And this should be all she wrote here for Gerald. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to keep his dreams alive in this tournament run here. But this was the best of 5, so I already made it to the round of 4. And infested Terrans, man. 8 damage. 3 of those guys. No, 4 actually. Sitting down here. 30-second timer. Those guys are OP. They have more range than Roaches, right? 5 range, a Roach has 4 range. There we go. But they didn't benefit from the upgrades, actually. There you go. GG is gonna be called, finally. Thank you so much for the follows, guys.